Hey, good morning, it's Joe. Welcome to my animal spirituality video for Monday, November the 4th. Hope all is well with you on this Monday morning and the start of the week. Today is our final video of my Tao of the Five Animals series. I think we've learned quite a lot, and there's so much more to learn from our animal friends. I will be focusing on that going forward. But for today, let us look very carefully at the fifth animal, which is dogs. By no surprise, I'm sure, I chose dogs to be part of this series, and I chose them for the final because, yes, I do love dogs probably the most, and maybe you do too. Most people are at least dog people to an extent. We have heard mostly all kinds of anecdotes about dogs, especially dogs spelt backwards is God. And that's where I'd like to start today, because I have this belief that dogs, and all animals for that matter, come into our lives in a very spiritual way exactly when we need them the most. And they are sent here by God. Dogs are amazing at forming relationships with us humans. They're domesticated, but they do a wonderful job. And they form relationships with one another as well. They are sweet, loving beings. They're very sentient. They can be very smart, but mostly they are amazing companions to share a life with. What I'd like to do is take you on a brief journey of my life. This is not really about me. I want it to be about you. But I'd like you to follow my life for a few moments and then later reflect on your own life and the animals that came in, when they came in, and how they fit the situation quite perfectly, actually, in hindsight. For me, it started when I was only about 3 years old, and I do remember those times. And that time, being an only child, I needed a friend. And my friend was a neighborhood dog named Bo, a black mixed breed dog. I would wait for him every single day by the window. I would run down to meet him, and he was my first friend and a friend that I really cherished and think about often. As my life went on, I had a horrible case of psoriasis, so bad that I was made fun of in school, I was bullied, and I was quite a shy, withdrawn little boy. And then along came my first dog, Fritz, otherwise known as Fratellino, or little brother to me. And what a sweetheart he was, but what a tough little guy he was. He had epilepsy, he had other challenges, but he taught me at the right time to tough it out, so to speak. Tough it through my anxieties, tough it through this terrible case of psoriasis. And he had a personality that led me to believe that I could do that. Years went by as I climbed corporate ladders, or really stepped on corporate ladders. We'll save that for another video. And then along came Rommel. And because I was so driven to get to the top, Rommel came along at the right time because Rommel was nothing but a perfect gentleman. A dachshund, a beautiful boy, very handsome, but he was misnamed by me. He was far from a German general. He was truly a sweetheart. Then, after Greta came along, not long after Rommel, along came Spartacus. And Spartacus was a day from being euthanized in a terrible shelter in Philadelphia. He survived, thankfully, was brought in by a rescue, but needed to be adopted right away. And Spartacus taught me what the world of rescue was all about and the needs that were out there. He was very smart, but very loving. And I cuddled with Spartacus and learned and got motivated by him to do what I could in rescue going forward in my life. Then it was time for me to look at some way to serve other people, and I was studying to be a deacon. And along came this amazing pit bull. Her name was Shelby. Shelby was simply amazing at being compassionate, and she taught me true compassion. I used to call her Mother Teresa in a dog suit because the name truly fit her. She was focused. She gave up herself and her own needs to always be compassionate to others. What a dog to come along when I was studying to be a deacon and serve in the church. Then, as time was winding down in my corporate career, along comes Daniel the Beagle, an amazing individual who comes along, survives the gas chamber, and takes me on a whirlwind tour to help as many animals as possible using his miracle survival to help other groups close down the gas chamber and help save so many animals in need around the world. This came at an amazing time because I truly had hit the brick wall of my corporate life. That's for another time as well. And I was searching for what was I going to do with a purpose at this time in my life, being only about 50 years old. Notice I said about. Daniel came along at, again, the perfect time. When Daniel passed away, it was probably the hardest time for me. Shelby had passed away only a short time before, and it really was a challenge for me at this time. But there was Bella, our adopted greyhound. And Bella was really in need. She was very fragile. She was very skittish. She was very scared and didn't know what to make of life after being treated so horribly as a racing dog. Bella came along at the right time to really teach me all the things I needed to know that were outside of what I thought I knew about animals in need around the world. There's so many more situations, and Bella opened my eyes to that. And she also gave me a purpose during the COVID years is when she was here, and I had the ability to spend that much more time with her. And then finally, there's Paisano. Notice I laugh because Paisano, too, came along at the right time. Many people have told me he would have been sent back. He is truly a troublemaker. As I say, he could find trouble in an empty room, and that is a fact. He has done it before. But he is very sweet, and he has given me so much love and the rest of my family that I realized that he too came along at the right time to say, Joe, slow down a little bit. Take your time with this guy. Get the time to know him. Get the time to understand that maybe he's sending you to the next place, a place that I right now don't really know, but I know he's going to help do it. All sent by God. And in my opinion, all sent by Shelby and Daniel as well. I share this with you again, not to so much so for my own story, although hopefully it was enjoyable for you, but mostly that you can now take a moment or two and reflect today on the dogs or animals that came into your life, when they came in, the relationship, what it was built on, and what it taught you. I believe when you do that, you will see an amazing spiritual awakening for yourself, the animals brought into your life at the proper time by God, and truly lessons to be cherished for the rest of your life. Well, my friends, that's my message on this Monday. As always, I hope it was helpful for you. I always welcome your comments, and I always appreciate you being here with me. I will be back here with you tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We will do a scripture reflection, and hopefully we will have some positive time together. I know we will. Have a wonderful Monday, everyone. Take care.